Miss Rona got everybody shook, sis. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. So what's going on, y'all? Welcome to another King Reese video. It has been a long week, which is why I have waited till Thursday to drop my King Reese video. I miss you all so much. Y'all already know that. But girl, I know y'all enjoyed my little story time that I did yesterday talking about the Twitter beef. If y'all have not seen that, please check it out. If you need a laugh, girl, I promise you the 23 minutes of that is good. It's old school Justin, the King of Reeds, going in and dragging the girls for filth. The girls are mad. They sending text messages to myself. Oh, it went too far. Leave me alone. But you was engaged in drama, so girl, worry about your mama. With that being said, I just want to let you all know we got a lot to talk about. Miss Coronavirus is going on. Coronavirus! Coronavirus! Shutting down the NBA games. We got Rudy Golbert, or whatever his name is this week, out here doing extra stuff, rubbing on stuff. We got DaBaby out here. Ooh, girl, this might be the lawsuit, okay? The victim that experienced whatever that was that happened at the club with DaBaby is coming forward with a lawsuit. You can already tell by the video they have done. Girl, it is just a lot. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into our mental check-in. So, how am I feeling? Honestly, I am teetering. I'm just a little bit disappointed in what's a conversation that somebody who I respected and was cool with, although we're not cool right now, engaged in, and that really has me feeling some type of way because I would like for stuff to remain like professional. Like I would like for people, if me and you ain't cool no more, there's no reason why you should be talking ill on me. There's no reason why you should be engaged in conversation about me publicly. Like we can talk about stuff with friends, but to do that publicly, knowing the platform that you have and the platform that I have, it just creates mess. It just creates mess and gets people to asking questions. And sis, if people start asking questions, I'm not going to be the one that's going to be embarrassed. You are going to be the one that's going to be embarrassed. Not me, sis. I don't have anything to hide. Girl, listen, this is coming from the bitch who told the bitch that he was living in a hotel for 3 months. Matter of fact, not even a hotel, a motel. So I ain't got nothing to hide. There is nothing. Nothing! Where did Blue Ivy say nothing? But with that being said, like my mental health, I'm gonna have to check with myself a little bit because I've been dealing with a lot of online harassment on social media, specifically Twitter. I've also dealt with some online harassment from the YouTube channel Albert and Peach, whatever their name is, when it comes to HIV situation. So I'm getting hit like left and right and stuff, and it hasn't affected my ability to create. It hasn't affected my ability to be able to create content. But it has me like side-eyeing some stuff. Like, girl, is it really that serious? But, you know, girl, y'all know this is therapeutic for me to talk to you all. I appreciate somebody, when I posted a question the other day and I said, girl, what y'all want me to talk about? Somebody said, girl, talk about all of this stuff. And she said, especially getting to this mental check-in, because we love that. But girl, I ain't gonna hold y'all long. Let's go ahead and get into the tea for today. So let's go ahead and celebrate. Harvey Weinstein has been sentenced to 23 years in prison. You're going to prison, period. I am not a prison abolitionist. I will say I'm teetering a little bit to it, but I have some questions and some stuff before I just start like jumping on stuff, because I ain't interested in just jumping on stuff unless I understand and then there's something that is real, how I feel genuinely. And not supporting because everybody else is doing. Because I got a lot of friends that are prison abolitionists and they be going in. But that's just not how I feel at this time. But who knows? Maybe a year or two from now I will be. And maybe we'll talk about that on It's in the Middle. But yeah, so Harvey Weinstein has been sentenced to 23 years in jail. The girls are shook. I think that he didn't believe that he was going to go to jail or do any time for what he had been doing, harassing folks and his sexual misconduct. Like, I don't think he was prepared for everything that was coming his way. And now it's just like, what are all the people going to do now who have said, well, Harvey Weinstein, what is going to happen now? Because Harvey Weinstein is sentenced, it's done, it's a done deal. So what is the conversation going to be now? Because y'all can no longer hold this person as this straw man argument for, oh, they ain't locking the white men up who are doing the same thing. It's just like, I don't care if you're black, white, or whatever. If you are an abuser when it comes to stuff like that, then I have I don't care. Now, I will say that the system does punish black men, more, black and brown folks a little bit more. But girl, abuser is an abuser. Like, we can hold both conversations and say, hey, you need to be in jail, okay? What Johnson say, and also talk about the fact that white men do not get punished as much as black men. We can have both those conversations, but we won't counsel one out to let one abuser live. We just ain't gonna do that. We just not gonna do that. But that is what it is. Sis is gonna croak over like that. Y'all can't be out here causing harm to people for years and knowing, even when you look at the unsealed documents, like this person, Harvey Weinstein, was complete garbage. Like, he knew what he was doing was wrong. He knew everything that he did was not right. And he didn't want to be punished for it because he was a white man in power and had money. Like, he can do whatever he wanted to do, and that's just was that. So, girl, I don't know what to tell you, Mr. Harvey. Like, girl, you gone. Ghostbuster! So sis gonna be in there kicking sand in the prison, in the ultimate sandbox. So we love to see it. Then moving on, girl, let's talk about Miss Rona virus. Let's talk about her, because girl, y'all been like, girl, social media has been everywhere talking about Miss Corona, honey, and what's going on with that. I talked about Rudy Golbert, who is the who was a basketball player and who was on camera after he got done with his interview, was rubbing all on the mics and stuff, and then rubbed the table and left. And I think he actually, there's a video of him rubbing a basketball player in the head and a little bit of their face. Now he has released a Notes app apology saying, hey, what I did was not right. It was, I was making fun of the stuff and da-da-da. Like, this person was out here making fun of the coronavirus and end up contracting it. Like, it's just, this stuff is serious. I don't want to cause massive panic because, girl, honestly, looking at what's going on, like, I didn't have no tissue. And I normally buy tissue in bulk, and I buy it from Amazon Prime, like I have it delivered. And girl, when I looked online, I only use Scott tissue. I'm very specific when it comes to tissue because I got a big old booty, and I like my tush to be straight, fresh. And I don't like heavy tissue where it feels like I'm wiping my ass with a duvet blanket. I like a little bit soft and a little bit hard. I like it in between. I ain't gonna do too much, but I use Scott tissue. I love Scott tissue. And the Scott tissue was expensive. Like, for I think 4 rolls, they wanted like $15 for it. And I was like, damn, I'm used to paying like $3 for, like, what's going on? I couldn't even find the big, like, 16 rolls because they was like $75 to $100. I was like, oh my gosh. So I, go to what's the name and get us some tissue because we need some tissue. We about to be out. And it's like, oh, it's only 2 rolls left. I said, girl, child, get 4 or 5 of them because I do not want to run out no damn tissue and no shit like this is going on. I just really don't. This goes to show you how capitalism is playing a huge role in how we're responding to the coronavirus. We have all of these things going on, and now they're price gouging stuff, and now I'm hearing now that the federal government is about to pump $1 point something million, some $1 point something dollars into Wall Street to keep the economy from flatlining. Y'all know the Dow has been hit like major lows the last couple of weeks. The last couple of days, it has went down because people are suffering. You have the tourist industry like suffering. I have a friend that works in like the hotel business, and they're not able to get as many hours because people are not like they're canceling vacations, they're canceling conferences and stuff left and right. The NBA is canceling March Madness. St. Patrick's Day in Chicago is being canceled, and that revenue is hurting people who are working in the tourist industry, and those are normally like poor people, like they're poor Americans, like not middle class folks. These folks are suffering. The folks who cannot work at home are suffering the most. They're the ones that are making the money. Folks who working these office jobs and being sent home, it's a couple, but it's a lot of people who have to work in hospitality or who are losing money and they're losing income. I think Fulton County Schools has shut down in Atlanta. And you got folks who got to stay home with their kids, got to find a way. Capitalism is not going to save us, which is why I keep bringing it up. It is doomed to fail. And we can see that every day. Like, the worst of us are out here suffering. Like, now y'all want to give folks paid sick leave when y'all should have been doing it. People should be able to take off of work for 2 weeks and not be living in poverty just because of an incident. And we've seen it. Some folks can't miss 2 paychecks. I know I can't miss no 2 paychecks. Well, I get paid like once a month, some yang around the house, but I get paid like once a month. I can't miss no 2 paychecks, girl. Like, it's just doomed to fail. And we talk about the healthcare is already stressed. Like, hospitals are already stressed to the point of no return. So it's just a lot. I really hate it. I hope everybody, especially my people who have compromised immune systems, I hope for folks who are living with HIV are out here taking their medications and taking care of themselves. I just had my medication, I refilled my HIV medication, Miss McTarvey. I said, Miss DA, just for one day, I told them, I said, girl, go ahead and mail my HIV meds, girl. Go ahead and get them sent to me, because I need them. Like, I need my medication. I got like 12, 13 pills left. I said, no ma'am, I need them things to be sent out, because I do not want to run out of no medication. That's the only thing that's bothering me, is that I have a compromised immune system. So when things happen, like even getting sick, is a little bit worse because my immune system is already compromised. So it's like, girl, she already fighting all the time, which our immune systems are all fighting, but mine is like, she a little compromised, so it's not as stronger as other people. So I have to make sure I take care of myself, but I am in good health. My T cells are up, and I'm just doing really well. So I just want to make sure that everybody else who are out here, dealing with that, and we're checking on our loved ones who are, elderly and stuff, we make sure we're checking on our people and loving on our folks, because it's just a lot. It's just a lot. And then we also got Wendy Williams wasn't filming with a live studio audience. I think Jeopardy wasn't filming with a live studio audience. It's just like The View, like all of these folks just stopped. Like, you got stuff being canceled left and right. So people are like kind of panicking a little bit. And like the federal government response to it is just, under Trump, it's just been trash. We don't have enough testing kits. People are not being tested. Like, we're way behind. President Trump released, did an Oval Office address yesterday night, and somebody said he's stopping travel. It's like already too late. There's people who are sick here now that we don't know about, who are out here, probably possibly spreading the virus to other people. Like, that is what's going on. So travel ban in the UK or whatever, Europe, it's not going to do something because these folks are already here. It just lets us know how these elections play such a huge role on us. Like this, this man is incompetent. I've been watching the Hillary documentary on Hulu, which has been really, really good. And you can just tell Trump is just incompetent. He doesn't understand it. Even his messaging has been like trash. And I don't get it. Girl, we didn't ask for an Astro, and them girls that sent us the bubonic plague. You really, truly hate to see it. And with all this being said, I know this is me being trash, but I really want to see A Quiet Place 2. I really want to see it. And girl, they have canceled it. I think it's pushed it back, not canceled it, but they have pushed it back. It's supposed to be coming out sometime this month, and it ain't coming out. Like, girl, what is going on? Oh, a mess. But girl, get her out of here. So that being said, let's go ahead and talk about DaBaby. DaBaby has a situation going on. I talked about it in a video, and now the person who has experienced the alleged slap in the club has did a whole interview. It was talking for like 2 to 3 minutes and said that they were not even the person that put the light in DaBaby's face. They said that was not them. They had nothing to do with that, and that he picked the wrong person. Now, DaBaby's team has to respond, and this is what they have to say. This is on Bossa. Another day, another DaBaby update. As previously reported, Tyranisha Laws and her lawyers claim that the Charlotte rapper popped her in the face at a recent Tampa Bay concert after he was tapped by a cell phone. According to Tyranisha, she was wrongfully assaulted, considering that she wasn't a fan recording DaBaby and was just an innocent bystander. Now, this is what DaBaby is saying. According to DaBaby's camp, however, it's all a lie. DaBaby's attorney, Drew Finding, told TMZ that Tyranisha is not the actual slap victim. According to Finding, he looked at the enhanced video that shows DaBaby hitting a person who struck him with the phone with the flashlight on, and not the person standing to the left or the right of the alleged victim, like Tyrenisha claimed. Not only that, finding claims that the multiple people have come forward in a sort of money grab, and they're all alleging that they're the actual slap victim. So far, Tyrenisha has yet to respond to claims that her slap allegations are fraudulent. So, who is the person that was slapped? If we're going to say that she was not it, who is the person that experienced the slap? Because I ain't heard from her. I don't know. Like, somebody tell me. But DaBaby should not have been putting his hands on anybody. It was not that serious for him to do that. Like, I can see him pushing off. But not only did he slap the person who did that, he also mocked them and made a joke about it and posted and asked his followers, his millions of followers, to find this person's phone, their real name and stuff, like real government name, like that. It wasn't a situation where he just pushed and said, hey, stop that. It was going forward where he slapped that person, posted on Instagram about it, redid a whole like reenactment with Michael Blackson or whatever. Like, girl, it was harassment. It was online harassment, and he should be held accountable for that. I don't have anything to say about it other than that. Girl, you're just gonna have to get it together. And while we are here talking about rappers and all these black men that don't have respect for black women, let's go ahead and talk about Floyd Mayweather. Now, Floyd Mayweather, his wife, well, not his wife, his baby mama, which I hate to use that term, has passed away. And in the response to all of this, all the media people have been dropping pictures of their baby to talk about this woman who is deceased. And it's just not right. Her name is Jose Harris, I think. I would say Josie Harris. I'm pretty sure it's Josie Harris. It could be Jose Harris. But she's found dead in her California home. And all the stories about this woman who has passed away, who she has said she has had an abusive relationship with Floyd Mayweather. They've showing pictures of Floyd Mayweather in the articles. Somebody emailed me and said The Breakfast Club did it, and I'm looking at an article from Daily News, and they did it too. It's just like, can y'all post a picture of the actual woman who was deceased? Like, it's just like even to talk about the deceased, and this not even necessary, because y'all know, like, I don't really care about, you know, holding the deceased accountable. But the fact that this deceased person experienced abuse and talked about experienced abuse, and y'all showing a picture of the person who's the abuser, is not right. But anything for clicks and views. Floyd Mayweather's former girlfriend, Jose Harris, who also shares 3 children with the boxer, was found dead at her home in California earlier this week. Authorities were called to her residence in Valencia around 9:30 p.m. on Monday. Law enforcement sources told TMZ. When they arrived on the scene, they discovered the 40-year-old mother unresponsive in her car and pronounced her dead a short time later. This is just really, really sad. Over the course of their rocky relationship, which began in 1995, Harris claimed that she suffered repeated abuse at the hands of boxer. Mayweather in 2010 was convicted for attacking his former girlfriend and served 2 months behind bars for the domestic incident. The undefeated fighter entered her Vegas home in September of that year, pulled her to the floor by her hair, and started to beat her. The attack ended only after their oldest child, Karan, managed to sneak out of the house and get help. I just thanked him because I didn't know how long it was going to go on, she told USA Today at the time. And I just feel like if he wouldn't have gone to get the help, I may not even be able to be sitting here today. So that is a victim talking about their experience with a person who's been used as a feature image for the deceased. It's just like, no, it's just not right. It really hurts my feelings. This is misogyny at the end of the day. Like, Floyd Mayweather is not going to experience any type of backlash after this. It's just not. Like, this person has been able to go on and make millions of dollars, and, you know, no type of accountability. And y'all know I'm all about accountability. That's why some people really don't be here for me, because I believe in holding people accountable for their actions, and that's just what it is. I'm like really disappointed in how the media has been like spinning this whole conversation stuff. It's honestly like really disgusting. But you know, another day in patriarchy wins. So what I mean, what else can you say? It's just like, what else can you like say and even talk about? But there's a couple other things that I want to talk about. in another video, there's a video that people have reached out to me and they said of the 4-year-old who said that she was ugly. I will be talking about that as well, because that video is really near and dear to my heart, because I can definitely understand why a 4-year-old would think themselves, a dark-skinned child would think they're ugly. I will be talking about that, and I also will talk about Super Tuesday a little bit now, but stay tuned for all the content that's coming out. I love y'all so much, and until next time, I'll talk to you later on tonight. Bye.